You must have heard that drinking porridge nourishes the stomach. When feeling unwell, a bowl of soft and warm white porridge becomes the subconscious first choice for many people, and they may even drink it for a long time. But if you open the internet, you will find that white porridge has been judged by many people as junk food and should not be consumed for a long time. So is white porridge really junk food? Can I drink it for a long time? First of all, whether white porridge is junk food depends on whether it meets the definition of junk food. The term junk food was proposed by American Michael Jacobson in 1972. At that time, it mainly referred to European and American fast food with low nutritional value, high fat, high sugar and high salt. Now, people like to call foods with single nutrients and high calories as junk food. Alas, according to this statement, white porridge does partially meet the definition of junk food. 90% of white porridge is water, and the rest is mainly starch. From a nutritional point of view, white porridge can be said to be quite simple in nutrition and lacks important nutrients such as protein, fat, vitamins, and dietary fiber recommended by the dietary guidelines for Chinese residents. Long-term reliance on white porridge can easily lead to nutritional imbalance, which is especially detrimental to patients who need comprehensive nutritional recovery and children who are growing and developing. However, the calories of white porridge are not high, about 46 calories per 100 grams. Compared with steamed buns and rice, which are also the staple food, white porridge is still a low-calorie food. From this point of view, white porridge has single nutrition but low calories. It does not completely meet the definition of junk food. So can white porridge be consumed for a long time? Well, it mainly depends on what effect white porridge has on the body. Judging from the water content, white porridge can be used as a hydrating drink, but you have to be aware that this drink is a master at raising blood sugar. The starch in the white porridge has been cooked at high temperatures and its molecular structure has become loose. The digestive enzymes in the human body will quickly convert it into glucose and absorb it, which means that the amount of sugar entering the blood will increase rapidly, quickly raising blood sugar. This can be seen from the glycemic index, which is about 90 for white rice porridge. So what is this concept? If glucose with a glycemic index of 100 is used as the standard, then the ability of white rice porridge to generate blood sugar is comparable to that of drinking glucose directly, which is very scary. For people with diabetes, white porridge is simply a blood sugar killer. This is why the dietary guidelines for Chinese residents point out that people with diabetes should not drink refined white rice porridge that has been cooked for a long time. In terms of blood sugar, excess sugar will also be converted into fat in the body. This is because violent fluctuations in blood sugar will cause the body to secrete a large amount of insulin, and excessive insulin will promote the formation of fat. Maybe in the end, you wanted to drink porridge to recuperate your body, but you accidentally ended up with fat. So since white porridge is nutritious, raises blood sugar quickly, and makes you gain weight, is there really no benefit to long-term consumption of white porridge? Not really. For patients who are recovering from serious illness, white porridge still has certain benefits. As mentioned before, the starch in the base of white porridge has been gelatinized at high temperature. It does not require the stomach to work hard to crush the food. It only needs to secrete a small amount of gastric acid for digestion and can be directly absorbed into the small intestine. This undoubtedly reduces the burden on the gastrointestinal tract. For patients whose bodies are still recovering and whose digestive systems need to rest, white porridge is indeed a relatively mild choice. But, you can only drink it for a short period of time. There will be problems if you drink white porridge for a long time. White porridge digests quickly and the stomach becomes empty quickly, but gastric acid is still secreted. Without food to neutralize it, gastric acid may directly contact the gastric mucosa. This is a problem for people with peptic ulcers or gastric ulcers who have excessive gastric acid secretion. Patients with fluid esophagitis are particularly disadvantaged and may worsen their condition. In addition, long-term stress on the stomach may affect its digestive function. From a physiological perspective, organs require moderate exercise to remain functionally active. Consuming only highly digestible white rice porridge for a long time may gradually weaken your stomach function. If you want to eat something hard, your stomach will not be able to bear it. Some people may still say that if you drink white porridge for a long time, you will always eat it with some vegetables instead of just drinking white porridge. Besides, our ancestors drank it for so long and there was no harm done. But have you noticed that white porridge uses the verb drink? From this you can know that white porridge does not need to be chewed. Less chewing means less saliva secretion, and saliva contains digestive enzymes that can help other foods. Digestion. Reduced saliva secretion will not only affect the digestion of other foods, but also increase the overall burden on the gastrointestinal tract. Therefore, for people with gastrointestinal function problems, drinking white porridge with nutritious dishes is a good choice, but you should also pay attention to chewing more, so that the digestive enzymes in the saliva can help the stomach and intestines share some of the workload, which may make the stomach and intestines feel more comfortable. Also, the porridge that the ancients drank was not necessarily the white rice porridge that we have today. The mechanized sticky rice shelling and polishing technology is a product of modern society. The ancients ate very low refined rice, which retained the seed coat and germ coat of rice and was close to whole grains. For example, in the Song dynasty where Liu Yu lived, most areas in the north drank millet porridge made from coarse grains, while those in the south drank rice porridge that was close to brown rice. This kind of rice porridge retains most of the dietary fiber, vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients, but it cannot match the nutritional needs of whole grains currently advocated. The porridge and rice eaten by others may not taste good, but in terms of health, they are really ahead of modern people. In general, white porridge is not completely junk food, but it cannot be consumed in the wrong way for a long time. It has a single nutritional value and is not suitable for long-term exclusive consumption. The blood sugar rises very quickly, so it is not suitable for diabetic patients. Its characteristic of eating too fast in daily life is also detrimental to some patients with gastrointestinal diseases. However, in the recovery stage of recovering from a serious illness, white porridge can still play a short-term role in nourishing the stomach. Usually paired with white porridge with nutritious dishes, the rice is delicious. In fact, there are junk foods and junk choices. White porridge is just like a bowl of soft, waxy, and tender food in life. It cannot be relied on for a long time and is not suitable for diabetics. This requires treating it with wisdom and respect.